Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. Let's take a look at what's in store today.
So we have a minor patch coming later this week, and I thought, as always, I would do a patch notes video for this for those who don't want to read through them themselves and those who just like to come onto my channel and listen to these videos. So let's have a look at what is coming with this update. Defy Honor in Matriarch's Retribution. Since we last met, you've denied your sacrifice in Struggler's Bane, earned the powerful Crimson Baler legendary gem, and walked the Struggler's path. This content update introduces more events to slay through in Matriarch's Retribution and some potent feature updates. As with previous content updates, there will be server maintenance starting on May 13th from 5 pm to 7 pm for Oceania, East Asia, Southeast Asia, and Europe servers, and on May 14th from 1 am to 3 am for servers in the Americas. After the maintenance has concluded, all items mentioned below will be live. Specific dates for any features going live afterwards are provided below. So obviously this is Pacific time for these updates. So having a look at the codex, we've got Matriarch's Retribution, feature updates, and bug fixes in these patch notes. Starting off with Matriarch's Retribution. From now until May 31st at 3 am local server time, eviscerate Hell's demons across limited time events to collect skeletal spoils, which can be used to unlock fearsome rewards. The following returning events can be bested to carve your way through Matriarch's Retribution. So we have May 15th to May 22nd, Conqueror, May 17th to May 24th, All Clans on Deck, May 22nd to May 31st, Wild Brawl, and May 24th to May 31st, Shields of the Hearth 8-day event. That normally has extra rewards in that, I believe. Battling in Matriarch's Retribution can earn you the following rewards: 2 Telluric Pearls, 2 Legendary items, 4 Set items, 10 1-star Legendary Gems, 800,000 Gold, 2,800 Scrap Material, 240 Enchanted Dust, 28 Aspirant Keys, and 16 Normal Gems. Next up we have some feature updates, starting with Challenge Dungeon combat rating changes. When entering a challenge dungeon, player combat rating will always be checked to prevent being grouped into a dungeon you cannot play. Developers note: previously, if you were matched in a challenge dungeon within a zone, there was a chance you would be placed in a group you didn't qualify for. This change should fix any instances where this would happen. So I'm guessing this is obviously like when you join a challenge dungeon and you end up carrying people that are way below the combat rating, and it makes the dungeon a lot harder to play or take a lot longer. I've had the instance before where someone in clan was in a challenge dungeon and the people that were with them couldn't actually survive it, so they all quit, and then the person was left on their own trying to defeat the challenge dungeon. I ended up having to join them and help. But yeah, so this is to obviously stop that from happening, but I think this will also affect pre-farming once again. I guess we'll have to see once the update is live. Dungeon Kick feature updates. You'll now have the ability to kick other players from your party for the following reasons: AFK or inactive behaviour, harassment or inappropriate remarks. So obviously we've all had this as another thing that we've all had in dungeons, where you've joined a dungeon and you're with randoms and one of them is on AFK, or one of them keeps following other people and they're not a friend of someone in the party. I think this is quite a good feature again. Obviously they'd reverted this, I believe, last year, so that we couldn't actually kick players and we all had to vote to kick someone. Whereas now, obviously, if you're a leader, I'm guessing you're able to actually kick for being AFK, inactive, or harassing players in the party. Additionally, you cannot be kicked for being AFK if you're doing the first or second highest most damage in the party. Also, you cannot be kicked for hateful, inappropriate remarks if you have not spoken in chat. So if you haven't spoken in chat, how are you meant to have done those remarks? Because I doubt you'd be doing it on voice chat on your own, but there we go. And it makes sense not being kicked if you're doing first or second highest damage, because you couldn't be AFK if you were doing that. So yeah, there's that for that part of the update. Spectral allies in Inferno difficulty. You can now summon spectral allies in dungeons when in Inferno difficulty. Only the best allies would follow you into these lowest depths of hell. Monster essences at Castle Ereban. An additional heraldic altar has been added to Kane's workshop near the gates for Abyssal Verge, Ereban, and Vanguard. Okay, this is really good. I think a lot of people were hoping for that because obviously when you're running these in a party, if you're running Verge or if you're running Ereban in a party, it is so frustrating having to be like, oh, hang on a sec, monstrous essence, and going obviously to do the bestiary. So I think that's a really good update to actually have that. It's something that a lot of us have been asking for quite some time as well. Cancel familiar expeditions. You can now cancel familiar expeditions early. It's okay, you missed them, we understand. So obviously this is quite good as well. I've had it before where I've sent a familiar and then been like, oh shit, I wish I hadn't sent them to do that because I didn't need to send as many to cap that tower, for example. You might have only needed to send like one familiar to cap it, and you might send two, and then that familiar is, you know, you can't use it to do any other tasks. So this is a good update as well. I'm quite happy that they've added that function. And then lastly, we've got bug fixes, and that will be updated obviously when they come to it. There's normally a separate patch note for the bug fixes. I think a few people are hoping for the Blood Knight bug to be fixed here. Fingers crossed that will happen. Might mean that Vigil of Blades next week for all servers are a lot more balanced. So that is it from me for this video. Obviously, as I said, it's not a major patch. We have got some more exciting updates coming over the next few months, I believe. So until next time, I'll see you soon and have a great day.
Official Diablo Partner.